好，大家好啊！今日我哋又繼續溫書嘅短片啦。嗱，尋日阿簡嘉立就話把聲有啲病啦，咁唔緊要啦。咁我今日除咗口罩，希望把聲聽到係精神啲，有冇病嘅就係 OK，大家一齊上齊落去到 DSE。Yesterday I asked you to go home and try to do a past paper question, year 2019, paper 2, question 3A. So this is a paper 2 questions, and what's the difference between paper 2 and paper 1? For paper 2, we are looking on your ability to use examples and form your own arguments. So you may use a lot of arguments that are outside of the data provided to you. But of course, the HKEAA puts the informations in the sources. There must be a certain reasons. Usually this would be a hint or some background information or some at least one or two examples that you can give to justify your arguments. So remember, don't waste the information that you get at hand. But we are also looking for how you applied your own knowledge for paper 2. 好啦，咁而家講一講啦。Now for paper 2, the difference between paper 2 and paper 1 is that for all the questions there must be something called context. Context means what is the background features of the question theme. This may be from Hong Kong, this may be from China, or this may be about global. On the other hand, this may be about some individual aspects or from the society as a whole, or this can be about what is happening at the moment, current situations, or what the development will be in long term. So always remember in your answer, you have to provide your context very clearly. And second is about your answer must be from multiple aspects. Remember, look at the wording here, multiple aspects. This is different from perspective. We are talking about arguments of different areas. We are not counting about the number of paragraphs that you have. We are counting about the number of aspects that you provide. You may be writing 5 or 6 or 127 paragraphs on the same aspects, but we only count it as one. So remember, if you want to get a reasonable score, the basic requirement is at least 3 aspects. And finally, you need to give your supporting case. So now let's look at the question together. Explain how the globalized world may facilitate the spread of K-pop culture. I have highlighted the different question words in different colors. Explain. So this is not about making an argument. You do not need to provide any stance. You just need to explain how does the phenomenon, how does the situation goes on. Globalized world. So you now know the context. Clearly this is about what's happening globally. And then you have to point out the features, point out some phenomena relating to globalized world. Okay? And facilitate. It means what is happening now, and this can help the development of certain things. And finally, spread of K-pop culture. So you have to link up globalized world with K-pop culture. Now let's look at it clearly. When you answer questions, the context, okay, this must be about the globalized world, and this must be focusing on what is happening now. And the focus should be about something positive, because the word facilitate is actually means something positive. And spread of K-pop culture. Spread, look careful of the word spread. It actually means goes outside of a certain region. So if you are having K-pop playing in Korea, and then a lot of people in Korea also follows the K-pop culture, this is not about spread. Okay? But if it is initiated in South Korea, and then later it's spread to other countries, this is what we call spread. Okay? And K-pop culture, this is something more than music. This can be about artists, the cultures, the attitudes of the players, or some fashions or related products. So when you answer questions, each of the arguments should be included all these ways. Firstly, you have to include the features of globalized world, and how does these features help the K-pop culture to spread out of regions outside Korea. And finally, for each of your arguments, you have to provide a case study examples about K-pop culture. So the structure of your answer for each paragraph should not be too difficult. So now let's look at how you should approach the questions step by step. Globalized world, we learned about this yesterday from last clips. This is about the basic features, including we have now read through the constraints of time and space. We have more instantaneous communications method. People and people across different countries that are having increasing interactions. And there are more platforms, both physical in the physical world and in the virtual world, for the people to promote their messages. And many of the K-pop cultures, K-pop team, that actually runs by the multinational corporations. And for globalized world, one of our main features is all the activities that emphasizing much on economic benefits. And the culture's values may be spreading out to different countries so that they will be more easily accepting it. And for the word facilitate, you have to explain how the K-pop culture is actually being helped to improve or being helped to be well received by other people. We have increasing popularity, more people know about it. Localizations of the product. In the past, maybe the people are not quite well accepting certain products. For example, like me, 我成日覺得 K-pop 咧唱埋晒歌咧啲 melody 全部都係同一個嘅，聽得多其實好黐線，其實係會。Okay, I'm not very well accepted with receiving K-pop culture, but they have other associated products. They try to localize it, adding into the local elements. For example, there's a brand, a sweet or chewing gum. Okay, they invite a K-pop singers and then including some Chinese society elements. They are singing some New Year song in the advertisement, and it's actually quite well perceived for the people. Cultural integrations, different cultures and people will because of localizations, then the different cultures may have some mix and match, and then the people are more accepting, are more willing to accept the cultures. Homogeneities, strong cultures replacing the weak cultures. 嗱呢啲唔緊要，最底嗰兩個 points, the last two points, if you don't understand, no worries. On Friday, when we talk about cultural globalizations, we will go over these points again. And K-pop cultures, as I mentioned just now, this include more than songs. This can be including fandom groups, dancers, commodities, attitudes of artists, or associated products, all sorts of things. So don't get yourself being limited by the word K-pop. We're talking about the whole culture, many other things. And the examples you can use for these questions, there are quite a lot. For example, there's a Korean pop team called Psy, and then they have a Gangnam Style. This becomes the #1 click rate on YouTube and widely gain popularities. And then all the people they follow this kind of dance. 即係你睇嗰隻冇咁騎呢咁核突，其實都仲有人 follow 啦，係咪 ？The people they just feel that this is very it's very funny, and then everyone in the whole world just follow. Or in other cases that you can use is about the K-pop training schools. Many of the famous K-pop teams, they're actually setting up training school in various places, in different places of Asia. Okay, and some are even organized by the local people. There, for example, there's a very popular teams called Twins in South Korea. They have the key singers Zhao Ziyu. She actually started up some training schools in Japan, in Taiwan, and in Malaysia. Okay, so this also helps recruiting the fans from different parts of the world to enjoy the K-pop. Other cases including we have a lot of overseas musical events involving K-pop elements such as the Grammy, the Mama Awards, because they're organized by the K-pop teams, or them or companies behind. So obviously they will be spreading the cultures of K-pop a lot to different parts of the world. Many of those musical events they are not only being held in South Korea, but in different parts of the world as well. And more interactions, maybe you can use some TV shows like Running Man that actually invite a lot of K-pop players and openly recruit participants in different places. Or some kinds of interactions other than the interactions between artists and audience. They maybe even set up some physical shops like BTS. They set up something called the BT21 shops in various places. Okay? Finally, I'll give you a demonstration of how you should write some arguments. So this is how I would suggest. For example, you may be starting that because of the easier access of informations, the K-pop culture can be widely spread out to other places. So when you write the paragraph, you start with the features of globalized world. This is what you have to recite from the concept looks. 背嘅啫，你啲背咗佢第一個 part，第一樣嘢 for each of the paragraph. First things, recite what you learned from the concept looks. Easy access of information because of breaking down of time and geographical constraints. So the people can access to YouTube clips, they can access to the live performance in different parts of the world through a lot of instant programs like what's that? Instagram, okay? Facebook also has online show, and then as a result, the entertainment industry because they make good use of the traditional and social media to broadcast informations and multiple aspects of the trends and activities so that more individuals can know and other than seeing the information other than seeing it themselves they can also share the news and informations of their favorite groups to their peers, okay, even outside the countries, and this helps them to gain wider popularities. And then you can use back one of the cases, one of the examples that we see just now. For example, the Mama Award or the Grammy Award, live shows, live performance. Okay, everyone hear about the K-pop cultures, K-pop things. One more example, the high accessibilities of commodities, or in other words, goods market integrations, also helps the spread of the K-pop culture. For example, many of the K-pop music companies they actually run by the multinational corporations. And other than music, they have a lot of associated products relating to K-pop. For example, BT21 they have shirts, cups, or they even have a big toys. So these specifically designed merchandise are available worldwide, and the people they may not be so interested about music, but because of those products, they get attention to the K-pop culture as well. And some of the products may even integrate with foreign cultures with the most basic life. And the people as a result, they are getting more well received with it. 嗱，咁我哋都見過有啲同學仔其實係會寫到啲乜嘢咧？In the past, because the people are relatively closed-minded, but now they are with globalizations, they are more open-minded, and then they are more willing to receive new cultures. 好多嘢寫法都有嘅。This is just a demonstration of how you should write the arguments. Okay, for the details, not in the marking scheme. 大家有個 marking scheme 噶啦，自己睇翻。Past paper 你做完之後咧，唔好淨係聽我講。跟住你要有時間你寫完，你真係 send 過嚟俾我改，咁我再睇下咩 comment 所以俾翻你。Okay, but these are the target of today. Is I'm just trying to give you a feeling of how you can write a better arguments for paper 2. Alright, so that's all for this one. 今日我下晝會俾埋 part 2 of economic globalizations 會 upload 埋上去，咁大家睇完呢段係啦，睇埋下一段啦。